Well, so here we are, day 3 of the BJ40 build. Today we're going to be lifting the cab off of the chassis, getting it out of the way, sitting it there for Graham from SEQ Services to come and pick it up with his flatbed tomorrow. And then we're going to be attacking the engine, gearbox, getting all the chassis stripped down and ready for sandblasting. So yeah, really looking forward to today. Going to get loads done. Let's get into it. Alright, so what we've done, we've used some ratchet straps to lift the cab off of the chassis. I've placed these at sort of equal lengths according to the weight of the cab. I think there's more weight at the rear than there is at the front. And I've used ratchet straps because you can adjust the straps when lifting if it's a bit off. We're going to wheel it outside now, get it off, get some axle stands ready to place it on, and then get the chassis back in here so we can attack getting the engine and gearbox out. At this point, just get out. Make sure that there's no fuel lines or brake lines or anything still connected. We're all good. Cab off the chassis, it's time to roll the chassis back inside and start taking the engine, gearbox, all the diffs, all the spring hangers and brake lines, everything off of this chassis, ready for Graham over at SEQ. So come on Paul, get off the camera and help me get it rolling in, mate. Right, so this is quite a common thing when it comes to old 40 series Land Cruisers. What's happened in the past, someone's bolted a tow bar directly to the chassis, and over time it's actually broke and cracked the chassis itself, and then you can probably see just here there's some cracks, and what they've done, they've reinforced it with this industrial bit of steel and welded it on there. Obviously we don't want that on there, so now we've got to proceed, grind that off, repair the chassis properly back to its standard form. Right, so you can see now what's happened. Before they've reinforced it, there's been a tow bar directly to the chassis, and that's almost pulled a clean hole through the chassis. But rather than repairing it properly, they've just put that bit of steel right over the top of it and welded it on and forgot about it. And obviously all the debris and mud and rubbish has got in there along with water, and it's created quite a lot of corrosion. But that's all right. We'll repair it properly, and you'll never even know it was there. Right, so at the rear here, we knew this all along. The rear spring hanger on the driver's side is separated, it's got damaged and corrosion in there, it's blown away. This is the one we're going to have to replace, but you can see why it's happened. At some point it's had a little knock just here, which has caused a little bend there and probably a bit of damage to this, and then water's been able to get in, and over the years it's done its job, so we'll have to sort that one out. Right, so this goes without saying, we're using a bit of Penrite P26. Just spray everything you know you're going to be taking off, or as much as you can. It's going to help. Well, you need all the help you can get with cars this old. Just spray everything, let it soak in, and give you your best chance of unbolting it. Well, so we're cracking on today. I've got so much done, really pleased with it. We've got all the rear stripped down, the exhaust is all off, we've got the rear tail shaft off, we've unbolted the radiator and all the surrounds for that. So we're at the stage now we're going to take the engine and box out of it. Now we're using Paulie's forklift for this. Everything's unbolted, we're just going to lift it off and put it into storage for now so we can carry on stripping the chassis down. Do it. Sweet! Right, so the cab's all loaded, well sort of loaded, but you still got to strap it down. It's all loaded, ready to go to SEQ Onsite Services. Now this is Graham. Walk me through the process, mate. What's got to go on?
We'll get it to the workshop, we'll get it unloaded, get it in the blast room,
yep.
Make sure the pots are ready, full ready to go, and yeah, we'll start blasting.
And what kind of material do you use to do that?
Garnet.
It's garnet, yeah?
Garnet.
And what's that made up out of? You don't know?
It's a natural mineral.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then once you've done that, we'll be able to see all the rot, and I'm sure there's going to be loads more on this, man, than what we can see right now.
Yeah.
But then you'll put a protective coating. What was that?
Epoxy.
Epoxy.
4-to-1 epoxy. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
And then once I've done all my bits, have it back.
We'll re-epoxy it,
yeah,
and then it'll be ready for top coat.
All right, cool. So I suppose while you're here with your nice swish new flatbed tilt tray here, I suppose we get the chassis on as well, eh?
Right.
Right, let's do it. Right, so here's the chassis, mate. So when you blast it, it gets all the rot out from
Every bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, I can't wait to see it. And this will be epoxied as well.
Epoxied into
Mate, it's going to look awesome. Awesome. So listen, I've had a chat with the customer, and I said if it's going to come back as immaculate and perfect as it's going to be, there's no point in putting these back under, is it? So how do you want them? Do I need to strip it totally?
Fully stripped. Nothing left on whatsoever.
Yeah. All right. Bloody hell, I better get into it then. Right. So let's load up the chassis then, and I'll get cracking on the diffs. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of work here. You know, it's really heavy this chassis, isn't it? Right, really excited. This stuff's going off to the sandblasters, and I reckon we should shoot down there and see what the process is all about. I can't wait. Well, I'm down here at SEQ Onsite Services, and we've come down here to have a little sneaky peek at the process that goes on for sandblasting these, the cab and the chassis and that. So let's get inside. I haven't told Graham, but I'm sure he'll be quite accommodating. Afternoon.
Just check to see if I can spot him on the
Alright, cool. Cool, this is some of the cool stuff he does up here, look.
Yes.
Awesome. He definitely knows what he's doing when it comes to this stuff, look at that.
Definitely.
Right, so they obviously have all these jigs made up to get it up to workable height, which is handy. I was wondering how they were going to do that to get underneath and get some of those angles going on. Can't wait to see this. I've never seen it done before, I've always seen the finished product, so it's going to be very interesting to see the process as it's going on. So you're going to be able to get right underneath it and all that kind of stuff? Yeah? No problems? Wicked. Because I know there's a fair amount of rot, especially on that other side, within that little rail there.
Now I'll do what's on the trolley.
Yep.
What we can get, and then we'll lift it off and flip it over.
Yep.
Put it upside down.
Yep.
And then do...
Because it's pretty light, isn't it? I mean, you can manipulate it and that. Yeah, wicked. I can't wait to see it, mate. I'm really excited. Let's get on. So this is the stuff they use. Hard to think really that it's abrasive enough at that high pressure to do all that work and get all the rust and the paint off, man. Awesome.
I'll just put that to one side for now.
Yeah.
Swap helmets.
Yep.
I'll swap helmets, I'll get some earplugs for you, and then...
All right, cool. So this is the biggest blasting room on the north side of Brisbane. I mean, I might be corrected, but I mean, look at it. It's massive, vast. You can get so much in here. Plus, Graham offers a pick-up and drop-off service. So if you're struggling with trailers and stuff like that, you don't have to worry about it. He'll come and pick it up and do all that kind of business for you. How good is that? Anyway, where is he? I want to get this going. I just found this out in the yard. Now, if that chassis comes back anything like this, I am going to be totally stoked, man. Look at it. It's awesome. And I bet this is well old. It looks well old anyway. Cool, man. So Graham's putting on a hefty amount of PPE. I suppose you need it with this kind of stuff flying around. I'm sure it could bloody hurt if it got on your skin. So he's got a protective screen in his mask there. That just they change them out every few times they come in here, because otherwise it just gets so cloudy you can't see anything. He's pumping in air for him. He looks like some sort of Martian. Broke out a new pair of gloves for us, just specially as well, eh? Just look at how well it gets it off. I'd be here, I don't even think you could do it, obviously, as well.
But you'd be here for a month of Sundays with a wire wheel and a grinder trying to get this off. And if you're going to do it, this is the best possible baseline to start from when doing a resto, eh? And the guys here at SEQ Services, they're all over it. I've just asked Graham to stop just so we could have a look at what's going on, and it's just amazing how much it shows up but how little it actually takes off the surface. And so far so good. There's no surprises, but I know there's going to be up the rear end, so let's keep watching. This is why when you're doing a resto that you get it sandblasted, because it will show up every little impurity underneath the paint and bog and whatever else is stuck on there after 40 years. As you can see, there's a bit that needs addressing here. We'll be chopping this section out and doing a much better repair than has ever been done before. Skirping it back, you won't even notice it's there even before you start the paint process. So, mate, I'm totally stoked at how this is going. It shows up everything. It's got to be the best way to start a resto.